Welcome to another episode of Just Ask Karla. I'm Karla, your host, and I am the CEO of an award-winning tax firm, AT.Hey. This is where I answer all of your questions that you guys post in the comments on my social media. So business owners, individuals, if you guys have questions, post them in the comments, and I will answer your questions here so you don't miss out on any wealth-building information. Let's get after it. First question that has come through is, hey, Karla, when you say you can use depreciation for your vehicle, is that depreciation a deduction against tax, or is it a deduction against other expenses? When I use the word vehicle or depreciation deduction, the word deduction always means deduction against income. When we use the word credit, that goes against tax. So that would be a deduction against tax. Vehicle deductions, depreciation deductions, are deductions actually against income that drops your taxable income down. Therefore, it drops your tax. Question number 2. If I live in my home, but on paper it's business property that I will conduct a short-term rental, can I still use the Augusta rule? Wow, this question comes up all the time. So are you using your home for business? And if you are taking a home office deduction, you cannot use the Augusta rule in combination with the home office deduction. However, if you are using your home for business and it's being allocated, say 90% to business, and you're using it as a business expense and not taking a home office deduction, you can use the Augusta rule. The Augusta rule is really tricky. You need to make sure that your unique situation is vetted out appropriately. That is such a great question. You're really thinking. I love that question. All right, question number 3. Does using TurboTax reduce your risk of audit? Let me tell you, using TurboTax, nothing against TurboTax, but TurboTax does not reduce your risk of audit. I'm gonna say that again. TurboTax does not reduce your risk of audit. Reducing your risk of audit comes with a lot of components. The main key is making sure you have all your income reported and making sure you stay in compliance. What a great question. Question number 4. If you're planning to use LLC for real estate, couldn't you obtain the same protection by increasing your insurance limits? Woo, I'm so glad you asked that question because I get that a lot. When you are using an LLC, you are using anonymity. You have the LLC's name versus your name. That's a level of protection that you're getting. Let's be clear, nothing stops a lawsuit. I can sue you whether you're operating an LLC, whether you're operating as an individual. Once you get into a suit, the insurance then kicks in to indemnify the lawsuit, meaning the insurance will pay. So to circle back to your question, having an LLC is just a layer that divides you away from the way you're running your business. Having an LLC is not going to necessarily pay for the liability if you get into a lawsuit. So my recommendation is really to have both. Have your LLC, have the appropriate insurance, and protect yourself as much as you can. But I love the way you're thinking. Number 5, how do you find out your business credit score? That's a really good question also, because I don't think that we think enough about our business credit scores. We think about our individual credit scores. The way that you find out your business credit score is by going on Dun & Bradstreet, dnb.com, Dun & Bradstreet, going to Experian Business, and pulling your credit just like you would for your individual credit. Business credit is a matter of public record because anybody that's doing business with a business has the right to find out what their business credit looks like. So check it out, straighten it out so you can have good credit. Great question. As always, continue to put your questions in the comment section. I will continue to answer them. I love these questions because if you're asking that question, somebody else is wondering the exact same thing. And I appreciate you being brave enough to ask the question. And I'm certainly knowledgeable enough to give you the answer. And now that you know better, we absolutely have to do better. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell all of your friends so they don't miss out on any of this wealth building information.